Welcome back to iShine Connect.
So these are the two cupcakes you hired to be their parents?
Well, if y'all won't be needing us, I guess we'll just head on out. Sorry about the mess.
So, are we even, Audrey?
Whatever.
This way, darling.
Scoundrels. I think they took my watch. I didn't have one. Listen, Audrey, you gotta fix this. You probably don't know this, but Jax and Max were dropped off as orphans, abandoned here a long time ago. We took them in as family. We gotta keep the family together.
Don't worry, I'll get him. I know where Max likes to go to blow off steam.
All right.
I'm never going to a dumb family night ever again.
Listen to those popping bubbles, Max. Aren't they soothing? Aren't they just relaxing?
Yeah, they are pretty relaxing.
I know, I'm right at everything.
Hey, guys, can I talk to you for a second?
Haven't you ruined tonight enough already?
Listen, Jax, I'm really sorry I hired strangers to be your parents for the night. That wasn't right at all. And Max, I'm sorry too. My uncle just told me about your situation. And you've got to know I had no idea you were orphans and that iShine Academy took you in.
Yeah, our parents left us here. They just never came back for us. Luckily, Mr. Bridges didn't kick us out. Your uncle sure is nice.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Not a lot of people know about our situation, and it better stay that way too.
Will, I promise.
We don't want a bunch of people feeling sorry for us.
Of course not. You want them to fear you.
Exactly.
Well, since I know a little something about the two of you, can I share something about myself?
Of course.
Do you guys know why I live with my uncle?
Because he's rich, duh.
Well, no, but I sure do wish he'd just give me money instead of making me work at the coffee shop.
But that does teach you responsibility.
You sound like him.
Well, I like your uncle.
I do too. You know, he's the one who took me in when I had family problems myself. Okay. See, my parents, they're divorced, and when I found out, I took it really hard. Although they kept telling me it wasn't my fault, I kept blaming myself. And that's when I started acting out. And then my dad left, and he never came back.
You know how we feel.
I'm so sorry, Audrey. I never knew this happened.
Thanks, guys. And luckily, my aunt and uncle took me in. And they started telling me a little bit about Jesus. Some of it's starting to really sink in. I still mess up from time to time, but I'm working on it.
I think we all know you're doing better than us.
That's true. I mean, we all have our flaws. But thank you for the support.
You bet.
So, why does Mr. Bridges have this dumb family night anyways?
You know, I've learned something from my aunt and uncle. They consider anybody family. I mean, they took me in without any question. And now that you guys are here, you're his family too.
We are?
Yeah, you are. He sent me here to get you guys, saying, I need my whole family here at family night.
And that's us?
Of course it is. Now, will you help me get out of this jam I got myself into?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Hop on.
Okay.
Max?
Only if you owe me big time.
Oh, I owe you big time.
All right, let's go.
What would happen if we actually decided to change?
If we use the Bible,
If we use the Bible
to help us with everyday situations.
our friends, our music,
our families,
Is there any topic the Bible doesn't cover? This
this
is
this is iTopics.
You know, I was thinking the other day, what makes a family a family? Is it the blood running through our veins or the fact that we live in the same house? So I was reading in Matthew 12:46, and it talks about how Jesus is speaking to a crowd of people when his mother and his brothers come up. So someone comes and asks Jesus if he has time to talk to them. And he says, "Who is my mother? Who are my brothers?" And then he pointed to his disciples and said, "Look, these are my mother and brothers. Anyone who does the will of my Father in heaven is my brother and sister and mother." What he's saying here is that if you've accepted him into your life, then you're already part of his family. In Galatians 4:4, he says, "But when the right time came, God sent his son, born of a woman, subject to the law. God sent him to buy freedom for us who were slaves to the law, so that he could adopt us as his very own children." You know, when I was 6 years old, my parents adopted my sister. She was 14 at the time. Now 13 years later, her stocking hangs beside mine at Christmas, and my dad walked her down the aisle, just like he will for me someday. Just because she's adopted doesn't make her any less my sister. The really awesome thing about being part of God's family is that even if your family is broken, and even if you feel like you're alone or abandoned, you have brothers and sisters in Christ. And you have a Father who will never leave you, never fail you, and never abandon you, no matter what.
We'll be right back after this short break.
What goes on inside the brain of a pitcher like John Smoltz? How does he tune out 50,000 screaming fanatics? How does he stay focused with a runner on first who does the 40 and 4-4 and a 342 hitter at the plate? You see, all Smoltz thinks about is this imaginary tunnel with a 2-inch leather target at the end. And there's only one sound that can break his concentration.
Strike three! The preceding message was furnished by Major League Baseball.